Hello and welcome back to another budget with me. This is for July week number 5. We are at the end of the month and it's week number 5, so hopefully we can fund the whole budget. That is always the goal when we have a 5th week paycheck. We can fund all of our goals, hopefully. We will see. We are going to start by budgeting in August, I think, as long as we're not losing money. Perfect. Okay. So we have to pay rent, unfortunate as that may be, Have to have a roof over our heads. Utilities, wow, guys. I live in Florida, and I've never lived in a house before now, always an apartment. So this could be a combination of factors, but we are actually going to be charged $218.74 for this bill, which is just absolutely mind-blowing to me because you can see my goal is $140, and that goal lasted me like a good number of months. It's just been like the last 2 or 3 where we've been going way over, and I guess it's because it's getting hotter here. Oh, the AC is constantly on. I don't really know how to fix this. Yesterday, I turned my AC off for like 8 hours during the day while I was here, mind you, because I don't leave for work. I work from home most of the time. And the house got up to 85 degrees. It was absolutely miserable. So I don't really think I can do that long term, but I don't really know how to control this and bring it back down. My AC isn't even set to cut on like at a super low number. It's set to come on at like 75 or 77. So I don't know. If you guys have any tips, leave them down below. I maybe just raising it a few more degrees and saying keep it under 80 would do a lot. I'm not sure, but basically every day here it's like over 90 degrees. So I don't know. If any of you have any tips for keeping your utilities bills down, please let me know. I don't leave lights on, none of that. So I think the main culprit is like the AC cutting on. Variable expenses, we're all funded for. Investments, we're all funded for. Savings, we are all funded for. No panic, we're all funded for. Adult things, we're all funded for. 50. Okay, so for this household category, I also have my lawn mowing coming out, and I think what I'm going to do next month, because I'm not super happy with paying $100 to get my grass mowed, but it's just not feasible for me to do in the heat because of medical things. I think that I am going to, right now they come bi-weekly, but you have the option to like push out a week. You can't set it to be every 3 weeks, but you can push it out a week. So I think I'm going to go and I'm going to push it out a week. And then I'm just going to mow like the one part of my yard I stand in to play with my dogs, because that's a really small area that I could probably do at like 6 a.m. and it'll only be 70 degrees and it'll take me like maybe half an hour to an hour. And I think maybe that can be feasible for me. So I'm thinking I might try to do that. That way I can only pay once during the month rather than twice. But yes, that's what I'm thinking. Ice skating. I did actually fund this, and then I had to move that money into this month because I did have to pay for it. I talked about how I wasn't sure last week in my video when this would need to be paid again, and then I went and looked it up and turned out it needed to be paid again. So we have to refund this category because somehow I got off on the amounts. And I also increased the price because since I moved out of the Learn to Skate series and into freestyle, which is like where you're learning spins and jumps, it costs a little bit more because your teachers are a little bit more high caliber, I guess. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But it does cost more, so we have to account for that. Okay, all this is fine. And then all this is fine. And then we have animals. We've got food and litter. Oopsie, that wasn't right. Food and litter, 180. I think did I adjust this? I don't think so. So yeah, I actually might be going over in vet, and we kind of might just have to pull that out of my own medical category, which is pretty flush right now because honestly, I completely forgot about it. So probably a good thing, but I think I might have to pull out of that because we only have 114, and I'm not sure how expensive vets here are. I've only been one time since I moved here, and that was basically right when I moved here, so I don't remember the cost. And if it's anything like where I lived before, then it's going to cost a minimum of 200, closer to 300 to get their shots. So definitely might have to be pulling from that medical category for that. But we will see. The goal is to not have to do that, but apparently we have been slacking on our planning here. So actually I'm just gonna type because typing just hits different, guys. So PSA, this is an activity we participate in every Wednesday and Sunday. So it's actually a really good price. It's $500 for 6 months. It might be going up because of like inflation and stuff, but right now it's $500 for 6 months that I know of. These I changed to $1 a while ago, so they're just creeping up real slow. Okay, what do we have left here? Should I fund my dreams? Oh, see, I kind of hate when I have extra money because then it's like you have to make decisions, right? Like, where does it go? Do I go and I make my other categories more complete, or do I fund the dreams? Like, that's always where I struggle because, for instance, like spending other, it has $2 in it. Obviously that's not enough for me to spend, and if I went and spent money, then I'm over budget. So part of me is like, should I just put money here instead of funding my wish farm? Probably, but are we gonna do that? Not today, folks, not today. For education, I am actually currently in a language challenge where you take 60 days of classes, a class every single day, and if you complete it, meaning you don't miss any classes during that 60-day period, so you're taking it on the weekend, during the weekdays, every single day, then you get a full refund. So I'm currently trying to learn Spanish, and I'm on like week 2 or 3. I'm not sure if I'm still in the running for my refund, but we're going to keep going like I am because I was about 10 minutes late for 3 classes for various reasons. But yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm really still in the running for that, but you can't find out. Like, if I emailed support, they're just going to tell me you have to wait until the end. They refuse to tell you anything until the end of the whole challenge. So I'm not sure if I'm still in it, but the charge hasn't hit. It'll hit that education category, which is why I'm talking about this now. The charge hasn't hit because they actually wouldn't take my credit card. I have no idea why, but it would not work. So my mom was gracious enough to let me use hers. And if I get the refund, I obviously don't need to pay her because like the company is going to essentially pay her back for it. But if I don't get the refund, then I'll have to pay her, and that whole 600 will essentially be gone. 10, 10, 10. Ooh. Or just not do 10. 10, 10. Okay. Wow, we funded everything, guys, with $7 left. Honestly, it's been so long since we funded everything. I'm really proud of us. Oh, something you guys might have noticed, probably not though, because I don't expect you to really remember my budget that in detail, is that there used to be a category in the Wish Farm that said dog pacer. And I did actually purchase that. I did film a video when I did that, and I filmed me deleting it and being all excited, but I never edited it and I never posted it. So I'm just going to tell you about it now. I did purchase it. I've already received it. I do really like it, but I'm not in the habit of using it for my dogs yet, so that's what I'm working on. I had someone comment in my video before I bought it, and they were like, just take it out of prenup because that's pretty far away. I'm not engaged, you know, nothing, there's no pressure for me to have this prenup money. And initially when I read that comment, I was kind of like, no, like I want to be saving small amounts. And then I realized slowly, slowly, guys, like over the course of days, that honestly, yeah, that person was kind of right. I don't need all this money here just sitting around. So I did pull some money out of these categories to go ahead and buy it. And that was primarily because it is getting too hot to exercise my dog outside. Like, I cannot take him on walks without shoes, and I can't take him on long walks because it's way too hot, you know? He's gonna get like heat stroke or something. So yeah, I did purchase it. I'm really happy. It was really exciting to delete it. I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see it, but I just wasn't editing then. I wasn't in the mood. I am feeling much better now since last video. I know I talked about being a little bit in a rut and not really feeling that up to really engaging with my budget, but after I filmed that, I still kind of felt that way, and then I edited the video and I posted it, and I just genuinely started feeling so much better. I was like, wow, I really like doing this. Like, I think I just forgot how much I enjoy it. And so we went ahead and fixed my mental state, I guess, by doing that. And now I am good to go. I'm really excited to get on back with budgeting. What are we doing with this 738? Well, we are putting it right here in this overspent category. Yeah. So we're gonna put that there. Oh shoot, I knew I did that wrong. Undo. Okay. Right, you have to do it this way. Okay. So thank you for all your comments. A lot of people were like, that job sucked, you didn't need it anyway, which is like very valid. I definitely complained about it a few times in my videos, but I still did enjoy it, so that's all right. Life will move on. We'll find something new, and I've been thinking about maybe just trying to open like my own sort of training thing, and maybe I'll do that. But I do want to find someone I can shadow under a little bit more, just so I can get some more knowledge before I try and offer people services. So I'm just taking some money from these categories to go ahead and cover that food overspending, because it's got to be covered. And initially I was actually going to cover it with my paycheck, because as you just saw, we spent a lot of it toward Wish Farm items, which like are not a necessity. But I think the habit of me doing that, just paying for my overspending with my paycheck, is at my own detriment, because I'm not really budgeting when I do that, right? I'm just like, oh, you know, my next paycheck will cover it, doesn't matter. Rather than thinking, oh, like, do I have the money for this? Which is the more of the mindset I want to be in. Obviously, the money is here. I just need to move it out of other categories and into the one I want to spend in. So I try really hard to not feel guilty about doing things I want to do, or in this case, it's a little different because I have to buy my animals food, but I try not to feel any sort of way about my purchases, because purchases are not inherently good or bad, right? I guess sometimes they are, but in my case, because I have the money, it's not like I should feel guilty for spending this. It's just let's just fix the budget, and let's not take it out of the paycheck I'm receiving in the future, because that's not good planning. 104.19. I think I'm gonna take some out of gifts. 50 out of gifts, maybe. Ugh, that's kind of a lot. It's okay. It's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And that's mostly because I don't have any friends. So like, who am I buying gifts, you know? Who am I buying gifts? Food and litter. There we go. And then I'm thinking maybe this 10 out of this planner. haven't really had an inkling to buy anything for my planner, so I feel like this is okay for me to take. And hopefully it'll like build back up before I have that inkling. And then I was thinking $44.19. So I was actually thinking I was going to have a little bit more left over from my paycheck. Not sure why I thought that, but I thought that all that would cover it. So it's obviously not. We have $44.19. I think I might just take that out of medical too. Car ownership, definitely don't want to take it out of that. Yearly sub, can't take it out of there. Could potentially take it out of taxes. For those of you who don't know, I usually get a tax refund of about $3,000. I just need like the amount to pay for my my TurboTax. So should I take it out of taxes or medical? I'm gonna take it out of taxes right now, and if you guys think that that's a horrible choice, please let me know, because I will switch it to medical. 40, oh no, taxes. There we go. Okay, let's see how much is in taxes just to check. Yeah, I think it should be fine because I had contributed extra from my dog job here. But yeah. All right, I think that's all. So we covered all of our overspending, and looks like we're looking good. We funded everything, guys. Look at that. Underfunded is $0. That's absolutely insane to see. My Mac is telling me I have low battery, but I'm so happy. I can't even remember the last time I was able to fund everything in my budget. So I'm really, we changed some things lately, changed these categories down to $1, and it was all worth it because we just funded the entire budget. I hope you guys are having a good month too and using your 5th paycheck for whatever you need to, whatever you want, and I hope you've had a good month. Talk to you guys next week. Bye.